Amazing Grace. I have the honor 2 weeks in a row of having Sister Linda in the room. She was already dressed, and so she had to get ready because we had guests today come visit. They weren't too far away. They only live about 3,000 miles from here. And the very northern part of Oregon, over on just off Interstate 5, close to Eugene, Oregon. That's a long way. We've been there before. And I said, I don't know if we'll ever get that far away from home again. But I was glad to see Randy and Rita Ives. I've known Rita for a long time. Rita came to my studio over when we was in Yorkville. I recorded, I think, 4 CDs for her, something like that. And she would come all the way out from Oregon to record, and it's real good. She's a talented singer, great couple of folks there. We enjoyed spending some time. I had a ear doctor appointment this day, and then I run right back home, and they were here, and we went to the Mexican restaurant, burritoed up, and then they came back, spent the afternoon with us, and we enjoyed their visit. And so they're on the bigger and better things now. So, but it's raining Tuesday afternoon. You says don't sing anything high. What's not high, honey? Hallelujah to the Lamb's too high, ain't it?
Yeah, it's too high.
And let me hear I already here wasting time. You think you can say we bring praises?
I'll try.
You try. I could play an instrumental if you can't do it.
It might be an instrumental.
Empty-handed we come.
I can't hear you.
To the high holy throne, open inside, nothing to hide. We bring you praises. We now worship the name of the Lamb that was slain, asking nothing for us. We just bring you our love. offering praises. We bring praises to you, Lord, lifting holy hands, we worship and adore. Sinners saved by grace, we bow before your face, offering nothing but praises to you, Lord. Angels fold their wings as we boldly sing, redeemed by the Lamb, now holy we stand, offering praises.
I don't know what either.
You should know it. Asking nothing for us, we just bring you our love.
What's it been, 6 months?
Offering praises. We bring praises to you, Lord, lifting holy hands, we worship and adore. Sinners saved by grace, we bow before your face, offering nothing but praises to you, Lord. Sinners saved by grace, we bow before your face, offering nothing but praises to you, Lord.
You know, it's getting to the point that we'd have to play our CD on the way to a singing somewhere to know the words of the songs. I've done some adjustments on my guitar a while ago, and I don't like what I did to it. Maybe that's it. And let me change a little bit here. I got a message, or actually it was a call from a lady last week after the program, and she said, why don't you mention the folks that are watching your program? Why don't you, look and see what's going on? Pay a little more attention. So I think it's what she was trying to say. So I'm going to look here and see who's on the line with us today. There's 3 comments there. And do what?
Turn the volume on that off.
Yeah. It says Linda Beatonbow's watching because you got your phones laying over in it. And Wayne Chase.
Turn the volume on this off.
That's all, honey.
No, this.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave something on or something off. But anyway, it says Linda Beatonbow is watching, and Wayne Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is Wayne.
Wayne Santa Claus Chase.
Oh, I was looking
Y'all
at
got to
that
see Wayne
comment.
Chase in his Santa Claus get up.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Look him up on Facebook, and you can see him there. He's there.
He's the best.
2 other people are watching. Ronald Ray Snyder. Ronald Ray, you still do that thing, Ronald? I guess that cold weather thing. That what do you call it? Where you jump in the cold water in the middle of the wintertime? A plunge?
A little off.
No, we're still not going to participate in it. It's good to see you, Ronald Ray. And Rita, I see y'all got
Polar
checked in the
plunge.
hotel.
Polar
And
plunge.
Randall says it sounds great. Great. You know, Randall's losing his hearing too. And old Michael Gable, hey buddy, I hadn't seen you in so long. I know you go to church here in Center now, where we live. Maybe we can catch you at the Waffle House or something one day. But I'm glad for everybody that's kind of tuned in our way today. It's been raining, man. It poured down rain. We went over to the motorhome a minute today, and man, it was raining so hard. It was a. Let me see if I can find a. Yeah, I got this sound a little better now. We got so many songs on here that we don't sing anymore, and I look on this iPad and I see them. I think, well, we ought to sing that. But in the last few years in our services, I have been doing a lot of instrumentals. People enjoy the guitar picking. And, I haven't played banjo much. Sometimes I take my keyboard and play that, but play a couple of guitars. And we have got in the kind of a, I won't say habit, I hate to use the word rut, but we've just got in, singing 3 or 4 songs here lately. And we need to start pull back some of these old songs that's been around for a while. And I see, did we sing "How Can I Keep from Singing" last week? No. This one's still one of my favorite songs. This is contemporary. Y'all didn't know we were contemporary, did you? And
There is an endless song, echoes in my soul. I hear the music ring, and though the storms may come, I am holding on to the rock I cling. How can I keep from singing your praise? How can I ever say enough how amazing is your love? How can I keep from shouting your name? I know I'm loved by the King, and it makes my heart want to sing. I will lift my eyes in the darkest night, for I know my Savior lives, and I will walk with you, knowing you'll see me through, and sing the songs you give. How can I keep from singing your praise? How can I ever say enough how amazing is your love? How can I keep from shouting your name? I know I'm loved by the King, and it makes my heart want to sing. I can sing in the troubled times, sing when I win. I can sing when I lose my step and I fall down again. I can sing 'cause you pick me up, sing 'cause you're there. I can sing 'cause you hear me, Lord, when I call to you in prayer. I can sing with my last breath, sing 'cause I know that I'll sing with the angels and the saints around the throne. How can I keep from singing your praise? How can I ever say enough how amazing is your love? How can I keep from shouting your name? I know I'm loved by the King, and it makes my heart want to sing. I can sing, I can sing. Thank you, Lord, I remembered that one.
And you know, I sat here thinking through the
Was you
whole
praying?
song. I thought, I hope I can remember by the end of this song who wrote it. And it came to me, Chris Tomlin.
We may have to start carrying around a pad and a pen all the time.
Well,
Oh,
about
my.
54, this time 54 years ago, we was having a rehearsal, wasn't we?
We did.
We was walking down the aisle, and is that our doorbell ringing?
That's our doorbell. You go ahead. I'll be right back.
Who would be at our door?
I know. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You go ahead and play one.
Okay, I'll play what as the doorbell's chiming. Looking for a city. Was that who you thought it was?
Uh-huh.
Did it bring anything? Was it a package or anything? Okay.
Package. Yeah, a little package.
Yeah. You know, a little package. You know what? This really been giving me trouble this week. The Dupuytren's contraction. Remember a couple of years ago? It's off, honey. You don't hear this.
No, I didn't want
You hearing that same hum I heard the other day? It sounds like the thing's running. This is turned completely off. And but a couple of years ago, this finger went down like this. I didn't play keyboard. I couldn't play banjo, and I just played with these fingers. This finger went down, and they say the way to tell if you got Dupuytren's contraction is if you can lay your hand down flat like that. That's the test.
the
Well,
finger don't go down.
Guess what?
That one.
This finger, and you know, I tangled with a piece of concrete last year in September at a truck stop. Remember that? I didn't say anything to it about anybody, but I fell on that finger, and I cannot straighten this finger, and it's really hindering my guitar picking now.
You'll have to go have it fixed.
So what I'm going to do, probably in the next month, so I'm going to call that hand doctor, and I'm going to ask him, is this down far enough to do anything about it? And I'm going to let him go in there and
Fix it.
break it and fix it. Because it was a snap the way they fixed this. I know it sounds horrible, but they took needles. I laid there on the table, watched them just for a second or two before I turned my head
Before you
over.
passed out.
Yeah. But they took a needle and they put needles right here, a few needles right in here, and deadened this part of my hand. And this Dupuytren's contraction, it's something that grows in there like a gristle or
It's
like
actually
a
a
tape
buildup.
or
It's
something.
actually a buildup of collagen.
and but he just broke and broke and broke, and I could hear it snap, crackle, and pop. And I'm like, what's he doing in my hand? And when he got through, he put a bandage on it. I saw a picture of the bandage today, and it was the next day. It was fine, and by the weekend, and I had it. So I'm not gonna let this one go that far because I won't be able to pick unless I pick like when I learned to play with one finger when I was a kid. There's you know what that song was?
No.
As long as I live, if it be 1 hour's wrong key, or if it be 100 years. Played that when I was 10 years old.
And you think I would remember that or no?
Oh, well, no, I know you don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
no,
I don't expect you to remember it.
Never heard it.
Let's sing another Time's passing on, ain't it? Just moving right along here. Moving right along.
You just telling everybody.
And let's see. I have to believe. I want you to learn that. I want you to pull that song out and sing I Have to Believe. We need to start singing Friend of God. How Beautiful Heaven Must Be. We need to bring that song back and
I
sing
love
that.
song, yeah.
And we got one on here, Heaven Will Surely Be Worth It All. That's a good old song. And you don't know it, and I don't know it. I don't know if this track works.
I don't know how you can play the songs and not know the words.
I'm not playing the words.
Yeah, you are.
Uh,
I don't know how you learn
I
the
can listen to a
song.
whole album of a group singing. If they got good enough pickers, I don't even know what
You
the
don't even
words
know
were.
what see? That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you do that.
Let's do a. Well, my singing days are about over too.
Well, don't say that.
Huh?
Don't say that.
Oh, they are. I can't get the breath to breathe. I need to get like something that you could just pump up as while I'm singing. If your heart is heavy with some grief or trouble, you do not have to bear it all alone. I sang it the other day and forgot it. Your trouble, just call. Friends have gone. I sang that the other day, remember? So he will calm the troubled waters of your soul. Take your broken heart and make it whole. So when the storms of your life grow so dark and cold, you're about 2 years old, that's what. He will calm the troubled waters of your soul. Let's see if I can remember this part. Deep inside every heart, there's a longing to find happiness. Oh, such peace of mind. So if your heart is heavy from all of that searching, just turn to Jesus and my friend, you will surely find. And he will calm the troubled waters of your soul. Take your broken heart to make it whole. So when the storms of your life grows so dark and cold, He will calm the troubled waters of your soul. So when the storms of your life grow so dark and cold, He will calm the troubled waters, the dark stormy waters. He will calm the troubled waters of your soul. It's probably been 2 years since I sang
I
that.
think we need to print out
And I was
our
in here the other
songs.
day. I wasn't on live on, and I thought, well, see if I could sing that, because that might be a good one to throw back in or throw back out. And I sat here and sang the words and remembered it verbatim, every word. I thought, if I just had the wind to sing those words. And well, I'm gonna play one more song, but I got to make this announcement and make sure that everybody knows. Take notes now, because you don't want to miss Sunday night. That will be this coming Sunday, the 25th of June, 2023. It will be at Church at the Well and meeting in the building of Christ Life Church. And the way you get to this church, if you live in West Georgia, you come out
It's in Dallas.
120, you know where the big Paulden Memorial Hospital is, on 278. If you turn on 120, go across the old 278 highway, Hardy Chevrolet is on the left. Turn to the right on 120, that's Macklin Road. No, it's not 120. Turn off of 120 onto Macklin Road, and you go about 500 feet, and the church is on the right. And Linda and I are going to sing a couple songs. I'm going to pick a couple songs, and we're going to let a young lady sing her heart out and bless you. Her name is Little Jan Buckner Goff. I threw there because it used to be Little Jan Buckner.
Yeah.
But she's going to be there singing, and we're going to help her. We might sing a song together. Who knows if we come up with something.
That hospital is now called Wellstar.
Yeah, it's Wellstar, but it's Paulden Hospital. It says Paulden Wellstar.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a
I'll
big
let you
hospital.
I'll let you have half of that.
It's it's the only hospital there. But anyway, it's right there in Dallas, Georgia. So, friends, we got folks now. I don't know who all will watch this. I looked in this. A couple of 300 folks watched the program this last week.
Yeah.
And
was
I have
nice.
people all the time saying, when are y'all going to be in the area? When y'all going to be close by? Well, we're going to be close by in the area this coming Sunday, June the 25th at
Yeah.
5 o'clock Sunday evening. You won't have to miss your church. You can go to your church, eat dinner, go home, take a nap, whatever, be back by 5 o'clock. And every time I'm around somebody that were fans of Wendy Bagwell and Sun Lauders, they said, when's the last time you talked to Little Jan, or when you saw Little Jan? Well, Little Jan's going to be there. She doesn't do a lot of personal appearances these days, and it's always good to see her and hear her sing. And so you'll be blessed by being there. So tell your friends about it, share this video or whatever, and come on out there and join us. Who knows what happens? We'll sing, she'll sing, they'll sing. We might even get the whole church singing. You can't never tell. You know, there's some talented people in that church.
Very.
Lanier Moats is well educated
Worship leader.
in music that leads worship. He's a premier piano player.
Yes.
He plays with distinction. He has a great educational background. He teaches music in college.
Right.
And he is one more keyboard player. He leads the worship. His wife, Sherry, we've known Sherry long before they were married. Sherry was just a little girl. Sherry Stubbs. When her dad pastored Lithia Christian Center, Sherry is a good singer. And of course, Pastor Jeff. Jeff, I don't know if Jeff ever played bass, but
I
Tanya
think you did.
Tanya Stubbs, which now Tanya Terry, TT, Tanya
Yes.
used to play the bass guitar and sing
Yeah.
with her mom and dad.
Oh, yeah.
And Tanya and Sherry both are just great singers. And their praise team over there, you ought to, if you're looking for a church in the Dallas area, you don't have to get up early and go to church on Sunday morning. You can come to church at the Well
It's
at
at
5 o'clock
5
on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
And you just enjoy the presence of the Lord, and it's some good anointed singing and preaching by Jeff. Jeff is still a young. I figure Jeff is a young man. Their grandparents.
have
It's hard to believe they got grandbabies now.
Yeah.
But come be with us over there, and
I'm gonna holler a hello to Miss Jordan.
who's that?
Jordan.
Jordan.
She's watching.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
Jordan.
girlfriend Jordan.
Louise.
Who?
Louise.
Louise. Yeah. I thought about that the other day.
You'll always be Louise. I'm sorry.
And Betty Parrish.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses. I can't read this stuff without my spectacles. And then I make a spectacle myself. And let me get on this iPad. You're supposed to click on this. There it is. There's a young lady on here, Jean Irene. I guess it's Stouffer. I knew her years ago. She used to come to a lot of singings up in the Pennsylvania area. I hadn't seen her in a whole bunch of years.
She still live in PA?
And of course, Betty Parrish, love Betty Parrish. She's a sweetie pie, that's for sure. And Betty Parrish can cook up a Sunday dinner, can't she?
She ought to
Lord, she
start
oughta-
her own line
Yes,
of barbecue chicken.
I know she's getting.
It's the best
Well, I'm
stuff I
sorry
ever
that
eat.
that we're getting old, Betty. Me and you getting old, but you should open up Betty Parrish Kitchen.
Yeah.
'Cause boy, she can cook.
Or
We've
just- or
we've sat
just-
around their table
Just sell the recipe
many times.
for the
boy.
barbecue chicken. That'll be fine.
That chicken that she cooks in the vinegar like
Yes,
base, like a
yes.
barbecue or smoke, that stuff
It's
is
so
good.
good.
And there's Ron Dorati. How you doing, Ron? Vicki Hadaway from over in Tennessee. Vicki, we ain't seen you in a long time.
We will.
We're not
before
doing
long.
Father's Day this year there in Cosby, Tennessee. It's just everybody's going on Father's Day, and I've got a date over in I think in November. Pastors want us to come back this year. I told him we need to do it when it's cooler weather and folks are at home. And but we hope to see you. And there's all my grandson Dylan Allwine. He's watching. Dylan doesn't live at home now. He's a working man. He's working. He just graduated college and went right to work. And now living over in Wilmington, North Carolina, on the coast. We're in fishing country. My iPad, they keep going
He's a
on. Will
fisherman.
Clayton. There's Tim. Tim, maybe we'll see you Sunday. You and Selena. Now talk about singers.
Yeah.
Tim
Selena.
King is married to the singer.
Yep, he is.
Now she's one of my favorite singers. I don't know if she's watching or not, but Selena used to be Mangrum, now it's Selena King. They live over. They were neighbors of ours for a while. You know, remember when we moved out here that Tim and Selena came over to the house and helped us pack that U-Haul truck? Boy, they work like slaves.
Like working dogs.
It was hot, September the 27th. We had to be out that day, and they came over, and Lord, we had one more guy that we had hired, and they come over and work like wild people. And you know who Herman Guest is?
Yes, I do.
He's my third cousin. His daddy was second cousin, Herman Guest, and always cooked them pigs every year
Oh, I know.
at the family reunion. But
All the kids freaked out the first year we
yeah.
went. They had this huge
Lord,
grid,
did we ever pig out?
and you could tell it was a pig. I mean, it had all the pig features. Talk and touch it, and it just fall off the bone. It was so good.
Hey, I see Jim Lowe got in there. Ron Boyer, I saw you the other day, Ron. You was playing a guitar I hadn't seen. Next time I get up in your neck of the woods, I want to see how many guitars do you own, Ron? How many guitars are you allowed to own by law? Now, I've got 3 hanging on the wall over here, and I got one in the closet, and I got 2 here, and I got 1 here. I thought I had the limit, but I believe you got more guitars than I do. So I need to check and see what the guitar law is. How many? Is what is Doyle Dyke says? Just one
Just
more.
one more.
Well, let me shut up
I
here.
can tell you what the limit is if you want to limit.
This guitar was so loud.
Go ahead and play one.
What can I play? I hate to complain, but boy, that's really. I'll just play one of my favorite slow songs. Easy listening right here. May not know what tomorrow holds. We sure do know who holds tomorrow. It's one of my favorite old songs. tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's June the 21st. Be the first day of summer. I was thinking today was the first day of summer. It's tomorrow. And tomorrow marks year number 54 that you and I have been together. 54 blissful years.
Well, let's not drag that in. Some of them were real. You've heard that old.
And now
saying,
I'm
some of
wishing,
them were good.
I'm hoping we can make it to 55. You know, when they say many more,
Yeah.
I'll just take them one at a time. In June 1969, June the 21st. Remember how hot it was and the lights went off in the church 30 minutes before the wedding?
And yeah, your guys asked you, was that a
We,
sign maybe you
we
should
was, the
not
church
do
was
this?
full and everybody was ready and everything went off, lights, air conditioning, everything. And the main breaker in the church box burned out, just smoked. I've never seen that happen before. And about, when they figured out what it was, I remember, what's the guy's name was Shaddix, Bob Shaddix,
Was he the electrician?
and Tommy Palmer,
Yeah.
DJ from WTJ. Some of our folks will remember Tommy Palmer. Him and Bob Shaddix. Bob was a contractor. And I'm standing backstage in my $50 suit, sweating down.
We all were.
And boy, I mean, it was hot that
Forget
June
any
day.
makeup.
And I don't know if it was Tommy Palmer, the DJ,
I think it
or
was
if it was
Tommy.
Bob Shaddix. Which one it was? He said, "Now look, this may be some kind of warning or some kind of
Sign.
message or something. You sure? Now we could fix this. We can't fix the air. We can fix this where you can get married, but we can't do nothing about the air conditioner."
Lord, it was
And
hot.
I said, "Go ahead, let's go." And so they took a coat hanger and clipped the ends of it and got a pair of insulated pliers, and they stuck in the breaker that operates the lights in the sanctuary. They stuck that in the breaker and went above the main breaker and stuck it to the main wire that comes in, and the lights came on. And I remember that we got married with sweat dripping off our face.
We looked like a bunch of
And
wet
we've been
dogs.
sweating it ever since.
Just about it.
54 years ago. And I hadn't thought much about that, but Bob Shaddix went back that next week
Did he?
and
He
took
fixed
that box out of that church and put them a new breaker box
Good. I did.
and a new breaker in there and
Good.
fixed that for them. That was at Riverdale, what was Bethlehem Baptist Church on 85 in Riverdale. And
And Earl Carpenter was the pastor.
Earl Carpenter. There was a couple brothers, Carpenter brothers. They all pastored around different churches there, but Earl Carpenter was the pastor, and he married us in the heat of the night,
Oh, it was
heat of the
hot.
evening. But Lord, it's been been a lot of breakers broke, and a lot of things have gone bad, and but it has been more good than there has bad. That's for sure.
Thank God, yeah.
And still is,
Yeah.
still is. And so
For the mercies of God.
I'll turn 76 in a couple of 3 months, and you turn whatever you're going to turn.
Well, a good bit.
You remember 1950, don't you?
Yeah,
You don't
I
remember it, but your mom and daddy does.
Yeah,
You a 50 baby.
yeah.
But we both getting on up there in some years. Well, I guess we ought to sign this thing off. Probably everybody don't go get something to drink or going to get a snack or something by now. Everybody's probably gone. And I see lights are still flashing here, and the meter's still running. All right, God bless you. As they always say, who was it used to say, go with God and he'll go with you?
I don't
Who's to sign off with that? Well, do that. Go with God. And he'll go with you. Have a good week. And we may see you next week. We might not. Depends on what's going on next week.
Yeah, not sure.
We, I don't know where I know next week we'll be home, July the 4th. Y'all are going tubing
Yes, we are.
on the river up in North Carolina.
I think you should.
No,
think you
no,
chicken.
no.
That was fun.
I'm gonna sit under the awning of that motorhome and watch the breeze blow in the trees while y'all go tubing down Deep Creek
Yeah.
Y'all had fun the last time, didn't you?
You did.
We're gonna go up with the grandkids and spend some time with family, 4th of July week. So, anyway, shut up and get out of here. God bless y'all. See you again. Oh, I forgot to put my thing up there. I always do. Somebody, you know, I won't say who and where, but I dreamed twice that I gave another ministry, $5 million.
That's good.
And I'm still waiting on it because I'm going to give it to them the minute I get it.
Okay.
So anybody sees that, support this ministry. If that $5 million's out there, send it on in because I owe it to another ministry that I will send it to. See y'all.